to open it.
Give will go to record. He knows how to record. Give it to him. I'm gonna give it. Text of the press conference by the Coalition of United Political Parties on the issue of the grand compromise of the Nigeria Electoral Register, the falsification and upload of fake registration, forgery, and traceable offenses of rigging the 2023 general election. Gentlemen of the press, fellow countrymen, we welcome you to this historic briefing after a while that we have been silent, rebuilding and strengthening the coalition. We have called you today because we have secured the documents to back up claims that we have uncovered a well-orchestrated grand compromise of the electoral register, falsification and upload of fake registration, move to nullify the use of the bimodal voter accreditation system BVAS machine, complete takeover of INEC and the removal of its chairman from office, and traceable offenses of rigging the 2023 general election. The issues we shall address today go to the very foundation of the hope of our nation to hold credible, acceptable, free and fair general election next year. About 4 months ago, we intercepted credible intelligence about the grand design of the APC to compromise the 2023 general election and deny Nigerians their sovereign rights to freely choose their leaders. This intelligence was intercepted after the plan was shared in details to some of the APC governors and for them to play their own roles. We laid in wait, collected our hardcore evidence and proof, and today we believe that Nigerians deserve to know the kind of party that is running the affairs of our nation and the imminent threat that can destroy the 2023 general election. We are going to speak today on this compromise of the voter registration exercise, the secret court process to stop the use of BVAS for the 2023 general election, an advanced plot to cause leadership changes at the highest level of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. First of all, we commend the INEC leadership led by Professor Mahmoud Yakub and the Commission for the bold step of internal cleansing of the voter register, which they have commenced using the automated biometric identification system. However, we state that the discovery we have made goes beyond the case of double registration. It is a monumental compromise of the National Voters Register by chieftains of the ruling APC. Gentlemen, during the just ended continuous voter registration exercise, from our intelligence, some of the APC control states had access, I repeat, had access to INEC registration machines and conducted their own registration process. This time, not with human beings, they used hundreds of thousands of computer-generated photos and faces, passport photographs, calendars, photo albums, and in fact, any human face they could lay their filthy hands on, including the country and including outside the country and especially Africa. They went as far as Jamaica, New Zealand, and Brazil to pick photos and names. Knowing that a day like this will come and the press will ask questions, we painstakingly and very carefully monitor these people as they had authority and approval from the highest level of political leadership. So I tell you, we have here documentary evidence to show you. We have here documentary evidence to show you that what these people have done. We shall make them available to you so that you will see for yourselves. Gentlemen, let us explain to you that what these people did. These machines were to be located in various government houses or other designated places in the 22 states of the APC that were involved. They had trained personnel who were able to use only one fingerprint to register hundreds of thousands of persons. They had access into the system, and this fake registration have all passed through successfully into the database. We shall now use the register in Imo State to demonstrate what we have termed the Omuma magic, as this plot was cooked from Omuma and sold to the nation. The Imo State governor, my own state, is from Omuma ward in Oru East local government area of Imo State. In 2014, Omuma ward had barely 6,500 registered voters. In recent past, Oru is being the hotbed of insurgent activities of a non-government in the state, and with high level of insecurity, many residents have relocated from their ancestral homes. However, Omuma ward, Governor Hope Nzodinma's ward, now have over 46,000 registered voters. And note that is the ward. We're talking about ward, not the local government. The ward alone now have 46 polling units. Then I want to show this to you. Give me. Can zoom your camera. This is an extract from the voter register. When you go to Oru East Omuma Central School 2, you will see names like George Shidana, a man's picture and female agenda. You will see names like Ghana Koki, a man's picture and female gender. You will see a name like Gosigo Faith, a man's picture and female gender. If you go also to Omuma Primary School, polling unit 01, you will see a name like Grifty Edem, a man with a female picture. If you go to polling unit 01, same Omuma, you see a name like Hans Bira, a woman's picture and a male gender. Then you continue also, you go to Umuhu Primary School 001, you see a man's picture, female gender, a name called Lanley Allen. We're talking of Omuma where you have names like Nkechi Adak. Then you go to the same Umuhu Primary School, you see a name Luna Elomo, a woman's picture and male gender. You see another name Makati Yoso, Japanese name. You see a female picture and a man's gender. This is how all of them is. So I will give the copies to all of you and we'll share to Nigerians also. Now, when we went through the register, we discovered thousands of these foreigners in the register with names such as Grifty Edem, Hinsbray, Floyd Gary, Ford Scott, Ghana Stella, Hood Killer, Harin Drake, Gruti Silas, Lenley Allen, Luna Amo, Lower Zafana, Makati Yusio, Muru Amba, Morono Lee, Maurice Dakwam, Navarro Dankwam, Tyson Carter. They are all in their thousands in Hope Nzodinma's village, Omuma ward in Imo State. We are using Omuma and Imo as a test case of what has been done to over 18 states in the country. It is, however, very instructive that it will be discovered from the data in the register that we shall make available to you that all these fake registrants, both old and young, as can be seen from their photos, all have the same date of birth, 1983, including the grandmothers there. Nigerians will also see new registrants, which are, when you go to page 4 of this, you will see people that were born in 1900, 1902, 1912, 1913, 1931, all in Hope Nzodinma's village, registered among this new registration, which are names we believe we are from a death register in New Zealand. Names like Abraham, Jack, Dave also appeared against female photos. Further, faces that are obviously quite old are seen with date of birth like 1990, 1993, 2000, 2002. You will also find obviously female names such as Rebecca, Jane, Gloria, Mary, Felicia against male photos, and also see photos of women wearing hijab yet answering village names in Omuma in thousands. I need to remember that Omuma is the Oru East in Osu, where the activities of unknown government is very high, and INEC office have been burnt. Male gender were assigned to female photos, and female gender assigned to male photos. What a shame for a party in power to be involved in this type of electoral treason. It is like that all over the states. In many polling units in Uguta, in Mbano, in Oru East, in Ida Tosat, you will see similar things. You will see that it was passport photographs that were used to register majority of the names found in the register. In words like Obiohia is important for you to note here. There is new polling units in Obiohia where they have the health centers and the Mumebe Manumo, all are contained here. The entire new polling unit, scanned passport photos were used for the registration, including burial pictures. You will see them. They even snapped it from the frame with no shame. It wasn't even a professional work. So, in words like Obiohia, in Ida Tosat, in Ishekenesi 1 and 2, all in Ida Tosat, you will find the scanning of passport photos and pictures from brochures with which registration was done. And all of you remember that the beavers captures the picture of the person it is registering. So how come people had access to the password and were able to upload passport photos and burial pictures and created names for them to be registered? It is like that, statewide and nationwide, in almost the 22 APC control states. It is very obvious from the register that these were not captured human faces, but photos that were captured and uploaded to the register with fake names and fake biometrics. At this juncture, it is right to ask some questions to the APC, the presidency, and security agencies. Who generated these photos and these foreign names, whose real identities are exposed when you search them from the Google? How did the APC and their agents and those behind this monumental fraud get access to the INEC machine with which they committed this heinous crime? How did this person have access into the INEC database to be able to upload these fake identities, particularly where many of them are discovered to be in the new polling unit created by INEC? Furthermore, gentlemen, the coordinator of the illegal registration in Imo State, for instance, was a former INEC staff who was the head of the State Electoral Commission and who has now been promoted to a resident electoral commissioner nominee. She supervised the ICT team that was deployed to Imo State from the pool of centrally trained personnel by the party. Many would ask, how would this affect voting on election day, since INEC has insisted on the use of beavers as the only means of accreditation and voter authentication? This brings us to the second stage of the plan. We have now finally, before I go to that second stage, how would this affect election? If somebody can upload people from Australia, from China, from Japan, people born in 1900, 1916 into the new registration, it means that person has also devised a means to upload pre-accredited figures into the machine to rig election, returning us back to where we were in 2011. Also, we have now finally obtained a copy of a secret suit filed in the Federal High Court, Owerri. We'll give you a copy of this court process. And I want every Nigerian listening to stop whatever you're doing and listen to this. We have now finally obtained a copy of the secret suit filed in the Federal High Court, Owerri, seeking to nullify the use of the beavers machine by relying on a false claim to be made by the Nigeria Information Technology Development Agency and the Federal Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy to the court. Our vigilance team has also discovered the second suit filed on the same matter. These copies of both suits are here in our hand. This move was created as a safer option as the alternative. A more risky option is to preload the beavers machine with accreditation figures matching the numbers of the illegal registration and generating results in those areas. That is why you see hundreds of thousands of these fake names and registration were uploaded into the voter register. Note that this would happen in several of the new polling units which do not have human beings in the register. They would easily upload these results with little or no resistance. To make this work, gentlemen, you will recall that there are ongoing agitation by the civil society against Resident Electoral Commissioner nominees who are partisan or associated with entrenched interests in the ruling party. These nominees are to make sure that this grand design goes through. All of them in the APC control states were nominated by their governors. Some are only better shielded than others. Some are only better shielded than others and have not been directly traced to the party. However, the rigging plot ensured that the party has full control of the regs in their state and some other strategic states. Recall also that during the nomination for national commissioners of INEC, there were similar controversies, except for Mrs. Loretta Onochie, who was used as a decoy to distract the attention of Nigerians. Every other person passed through, including Professor Mohammed Sani Adam, who was severally sanctioned by the University of Jos for being a person of questionable character and who has lost the appeal of the Court of Appeal to obtain his sack from the university. The last leg of the plot is also to sack the Independent National Electoral Commission chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakub, through the courts. A plot that will be accomplished where the man insists or continues as an unbiased umpire. Nigerians, this is the last bridge to protect our democracy, which must not be broken. This should be the red line that this man must not be allowed to cross. We therefore call on the civil society, development partners, election observers, the media, and indeed all men of goodwill to stand up and stand with us and defend Nigerian democracy. Gentlemen, the plot did not just start, and you can also connect the dot better when you listen again to the recent boastful comment of APC governors about the 2023 general election. Most recently, APC governors of Gombe, Kogi, and Plateau has claimed electoral victory for the APC, even when such reasons to make Nigerians to vote for the APC are totally absent. The only reason for their boastful comment is because they are not unaware. The only reason for their boastful comment is because they are not unaware that their plans to massively and technically rig the election have been discovered. We hereby call on INEC to reassure Nigerians that the election have not already been determined. We demand that the Commission makes categorical commitment towards the protection of the sanctity of the ballot and restore the confidence of the Nigerian people in the electoral process. Key issues that must be noted here, which is important. Not only the Commission cleaning the voter register, but the Commission must explain to Nigerians, and not only explaining, arrest the officers of INEC who release the passcode of the, because every beavers has a passcode assigned to somebody. If every beavers have a passcode with which you will sign in before you upload, whose beavers was used to upload these Italian and Zimbabweans names into the register? Whose beavers was used to upload names that contains hundreds of thousands of female pictures but have male genders? Not only cleaning the register, but you must arrest the people who were involved in this Omuma magic. Not only clean the register in Omuma and parts of Imo and the 18 states in the country which have been adulterated, but arresting the staffs who were involved in releasing their passcode for fake registration to be uploaded into the beavers, and also to find out how they intend to do accreditation. Because if these names are fake, how then are they going to do accreditation? Which now confirms our intelligence that the same people who are behind these mafia operations have devised a system to upload pre-accredited fingerprints into the beavers to pay for writing of fake results which will be transmitted, and that will make it look like it's a genuine election. We have exposed their plans. We have handed over the concrete evidence to the Nigerian people today, gentlemen of the press as well, and we say you use your voters, and we say you use your influence and your advocacy power to start speaking out today, to unravel how this happened to our register, and to ensure that those behind it are apprehended. As we commend the INEC leadership for cleaning the double registration, we are demanding that they unravel the circumstances that led to outright upload of fake data into the beavers machine. Thank you all.
Thank you. We attend to questions?
So,
thank you, gentlemen.